Ooh, okay, crooked as always. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. It's Kevin here and you're crooked and I've tried to fix you and I just can't fix you. I can't quit you. Okay, so this may seem like a new background. I'm just trying to get better lighting in my videos, and I realized that my bedroom has really good lighting this early in the morning and it's like direct at me rather than like, you know? So new background, yay. I don't know if this will last, who knows. Today's video is going to be about what I'm writing for NaNoWriMo, what I'm working on for Camp NaNoWriMo. I keep calling it NaNoWriMo, even though we all know it's camp. So if I say NaNoWriMo, just know that I mean Camp NaNoWriMo. I hear my cat. You see him? He's not. I actually have you propped up on his little bed, so he's probably not very happy. But, okay, so for this Nano, if you have not watched my other video where I talk about, I'm actually in the middle of writing a middle grade graphic novel with my boyfriend Damien. I'll link that video up above so you can go watch it if you'd like. So, working on that kind of got me inspired to work on some middle grade ideas. And I had a few different ideas. I'm gonna have a video coming out later this week about these different ideas and like how I decided to work on, which one I decided to work on. And it got me inspired, and then I was already in that mindset, and then my agent Rena was like, hey, have you ever thought about trying to write a middle grade? And I was like, I'll try it out. So ipso facto, for Camp NaNoWriMo, see, I'm gonna keep calling it NaNoWriMo. For Camp NaNoWriMo, I have decided that I'm going to be working on a middle grade novel. This time it's gonna be a novel, not a graphic novel, but I'm very excited. I'm not sure how much of it I wanna give away yet. I thought about doing the work in progress tag to like give you some idea of what it's about, but I'm still early on, as you'll see in my next video that's coming out later this week, that I'm still pretty early on in the planning phase. And because of that, that's gonna, I like Alfalfa's just sitting there in the background. Alfalfa! Hi. Because I'm still early on in the planning phase, this will determine what I'll be doing for Camp NaNoWriMo. I originally I was talking to my sister Laura writes, on the phone, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work on the middle grade graphic novel for Camp Nano. She's like, okay, but what is your goal? And I was like, to try and finish the outline. She's like, oh, but what's like your quantifiable goal? Just because on Camp Nano, the website, which we all miss old Camp Nano, am I right? They have you put in like hours or words or chapters, and I was like, oh, I guess I hadn't thought about that. So I have decided what my goal is going to be is to be 15 hours of work. Now, I've tried to do this in the past and I have failed, and I'm fully aware of the fact that I failed, but I've already been working on the novel, and I'm really excited for it, and I've spent hours working on it already, that I think that 15 hours, which is about 30 minutes a day, is totally doable, because the days I do work on it, I end up working on it for like 2 hours. So I'm going to be working towards 15 hours for the whole month of April, which I think is totally doable. I'm really excited about this idea, and I was wondering, like, my goal, my like ultimate dream goal would be to be, because, okay, so let me back up a little bit. Rena asked to see like a synopsis and sample pages before I write the whole book, just because I've never written a middle grade before. And so she wants to just take a look at it and make sure, like, you know, my mind's in the right place. That way, because I'm switching from writing a YA to a middle grade, and I've never done that before. So she wants to take a look at it. So my ultimate goal would be to get done with the outline, which I'm almost, well, not almost done with, but I'm working on it. And then have the synopsis done, and then have like the first like 30 pages done by the end of camp. Now that seems like a lot of work. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm gonna aim for it. I mean, 30 minutes a day, who knows? You know, I don't know. I have a good feeling though. I'll give you some stuff about the book. It is about a boy who doesn't have a lot of friends, and there's magical stuff. I don't want to give too much of it away yet, because I also don't know what's going to end up changing later. So yeah, oh, I have a smoothie on my finger. I just ate. I don't want to give away too much yet, but I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited for this idea and for this novel, and for even the other ones I came up with. I came up with a few others that are in the other video that's coming out later this week. I'm going to talk a little bit about them. I'm just very excited. I was excited for those too, so like I could see myself writing YA and middle grade going forward. I do want to write some adult books eventually also. I don't think I'm quite prepared to write those yet. I do have some fantasy writing craft books I want to read beforehand, but I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. Damien and I maybe even have another graphic novel idea. I don't know. But yeah, so I was thinking, because what if somehow in my mind of minds, I managed to get done with the entire middle grade, like what I want to get done with it for camp. If I get done with the 30 pages, because I don't want to keep writing, right? Once I get the sample, because we're asked to look at it, I don't want to keep writing just in case she's like, oh, go this direction or change this or something like that. I don't want to be too far along, too much further along than where I was. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to write 50 more pages and then she's like, oh, go this direction, and then I have to fix those 50 pages. So I was trying to think, like, what do I do after those 30 pages, right? Well, I am writing the graphic novel with Damien, but it's kind of at a point where he is fixing, I wrote a rough draft and he is fixing like how I wrote it, because it needs to be formatted a certain way. Like, you have to describe what's going on in the panels. And he explained to me, like, I put like panel and then like 4 actions, and he's like, well, that's 4 different panels. So he's fixing all that. So I can't work on that either. But so I'm thinking my like crazy, insane, not gonna be able to reach it goal is if I finish everything for this draft of the middle grade and like the sample pages and everything, and I send that to Rena or to beta readers or whatever, I think that I may start outlining another middle grade. I don't know yet for sure, because I have a couple different things going on in my brain right now. I do have a secret project that I've been working on for a very long time. I want to draft in, but I don't know if I want that to be during camp. I don't know. But I do have the thing with Damien, so the graphic novel. So I have a lot of different things going on in my head right now. A lot of, like, I'm all over the place. I have so many ideas. Like, in fact, I even recently was like, I kind of want to go back to writing the French Money Pit book. But like, YA contemporary is like not really like what I'm going towards anymore. Like, all my books tend to be more like either like contemporary fantasy or like high fantasy, so I'm like a little all over the place. But I do want to write this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'm a little all over the place. I'm still trying to figure out what my author brand is, you know. I have no idea what it is. Gay boys being cute. I don't know. Is that a brand? Is that a brand? That's not, probably not specific enough. So I'm still trying to figure that out, but you know, that's not what you're here for. You're here for Nano. So yeah, that's what I'm working on for Camp Nano. I'm going to hopefully get 15 hours done in April. Again, it's kind of nice having like 2 different goals, like either finish this stuff or 15 hours, because I don't know how many hours it's going to take to actually finish that stuff. It could take 3. It's going to take more than 3. I'm just using it as an example. It could take 3 hours. It could take 28 hours. So I don't know, like, if the full 15 hours is going to be enough to finish it, or maybe it'll be like way more and I'll have to move on to another project. But my goal is to get 15 hours / finish the outline, synopsis, and sample pages. Which I think once I get to the actual writing, because I am like doing a pretty in-depth outline, it's kind of like a 0 draft. It's like in between of a 0 draft and an outline. I think once I get to the writing, it will come to me pretty quickly. I just don't know if it's gonna be like good. Probably not. First drafts are never good. I'm feeling really good about the project and the future, and I just realized I'm wearing my robe. I recorded this whole video in my robe, so hopefully you like that. I don't know what that was. I meant to do this. Okay. Thank you for watching that video, everybody. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button below. If you love the video, hit the subscribe button below. And I'll see you all in my next video, which is going to be in a couple days because I have an extra video this week. Okay, bye!